Recording. Okay, so we are back with the ASVAB for Dummies book. I believe last time we did some stuff, but I had a realization, and blah blah blah. I was doing shitty last time, but I feel like I had a realization that if I really want this to like be a career thing, career thing for me, I actually have to lock in, which is crazy because I'm 18. My entire life I've future problem for Jacob. I've never really studied or any of that. Surprised I even made it as far as I did. Why is this covered in cat hair? Why is this sticky? I have a straw on my desk and I picked it up and it's sticky and covered in cat hair. I don't like that. Anyways, so I gotta lock in. Today we are going to do paragraph comprehension. I thought about doing it differently. So each of them are like, I don't know what the computer is. Okay, so it's all the same. I was wondering if instead of going like practice test 1, 2, 3, 4, if I should just do 1, 2, 3, 4, but in each of them do general science. Go to this one, do general science, like just do that. Like focus in on things, but I'm not too sure. I think I'm just gonna do what I did what I said last time. Just start on each and then do the best I can. And yeah. These have time limits, but I'm not really sure what it's about. So I'm gonna try to lock in. It's really hard too when I'm gonna go see Linkin Parks and I'm actually wearing a shirt from Walmart. I'm gonna see them next month, I believe. Hold on, what day is it? Okay. Wow, already? Huh, okay. I'm gonna see them soon, actually. Not next month, but yes, technically next month. Alright, whatever. Let's lock in. An important stage of personal time management is to take control of appointments. Yeah. Okay, whatever. How I was taught to do these, and I always do it. I always read the question, then read all the answers, and then I skim through, and that's always done me justice, even on even on like finals. But the problem with the ASVAB, and it's crazy. I've done practice ones, and that's what I'm struggling with. For these ones, it'll have A, B, C, and D, but A, B, and C, and D are all in the text, so you have to really look, and you can't skim through, because the first sentence will have like boom, then the next will have boom, then the next will have boom, and then the last one will have boom. It's like weird, but I don't know. We're gonna, I don't even know what that means. Determined? Efficiently managing your appointments allows you to spend more time with your subordinates. Make efficient use of your time. Attend to most. Can I guess C? I don't want to read that. Yeah, it kind of just makes sense. U.S. Congress. I don't know. Another thing, politics. I don't know if I'm usually very patriotic. I have a flag in front of me. I have a hat with a flag, American flag, and I don't know. Like, I like America. I like the country, but I don't really like the government. I know. Ooh, 18-year-old doesn't like the government. I don't know. I feel like it's very corrupt. I follow this guy. I forget what his name is. But I think he's being targeted by the government, which is crazy to me. But they'll just do that. I don't know, they do that a lot, though. Context, he made plastic gas. Like, he turned gas into... No, he did not turn gas into plastic. The other way around. Yeah, he's MIA for like 2 weeks now. Anyways... And I heard about that. I was like, damn. These are who I'm going to be fighting for. People who don't even let people invent things. Anyways, this Congress consists of 100 senators, 145 representatives. 2 senators are elected from each state. Yes. Actually, that's wrong. It depends on how big the population of the state is. So, Texas, I think, has 4. I think. I believe it's based off population. I don't really care. I was expecting the AI thing. Okay, no. So it's 2 right here. Okay, maybe I'm dumb. I was lied to. What is this? No. I was lied to, apparently. 2 senators are elected from each state. The number of representatives from each state is based on okay, so if I just read a little bit more, I would have been correct. Although each state has at least 1 representative, senators serve 6-year terms, representatives 2-year terms. According to this passage, there are equal number of senators and representatives. The number of representatives from each state is... no, by a lottery? It's possible for a state to have no representative. It's D. I'm just gonna guess. Senators and representatives have different term lengths. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, that makes the most sense. By a lottery, they like spin a wheel, place lots. Context clues. This is pretty easy, but the ones I've been doing are so hard. Indo-European languages. What is Indo? Consists of those languages spoken by most Europeans, by most of Europe, and in those parts of the world that Europeans have colonized since the 16th century, such as U.S. Indo languages are, like French, Spanish, and British. Indo languages are spoken in India, Iran, parts of in West Africa, and some. Why did we bomb Iran? Why did we do that? Very political right now. Are they threatening us? I swear, if the second I get out of boot camp, go to infantry school, go to MOS school, and then immediately get deployed to Iran, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna lie. Parts of Western Afghanistan. That's not Africa. That's some areas of Asia. The author in this passage would agree that Indo-Europeans were spoken include languages spoken around the world. That's the exact same as only Europeans. Nope. Can I just guess again? Okay. These are like the same, but I'm gonna assume it's this one. Yeah. Doing a lot better than I was doing. Man, when I have to do the math one again, I'm gonna do so bad. Right, let's see. In privatization. Okay, the government relies on the private sector to provide a service. However, the government, the paragraph best supports a statement that the government must closely supervise private functions. Government be listening in to me. No, wait, that sounds weird. The government be listening to me. Private functions consist of a mixture of government employees, military personnel, and private contractors. Private functions provide blah blah blah. I'm not reading all this. So much for locking in. Holy shit. Can I just guess this? Yeah. Alright. Now we are locked. Alright. Locked. The success or failure of a that's not Confederate. Confederates? Confession? Congress lies with the leader. The leader good title of this paragraph would be lead by example. Importance of proper introductions. Leading a successful conference. Is that conference? Why can I read it when it's capitalized, but whenever it's okay? The success or failure of a conference lies largely with a leader. The leader's zest, like bending the wrist. Enthusiasm must be real. It sounds lead by example. Leading a successful conference. Wow. Stupid. Cloud seeding is accomplished by dropping particles of dry ice, solid carbon dioxide from a plane into supercooled clouds. The process it encourages condensation of water droplets in the clouds, which usually, but not always, results in rain or snow. From this passage, it's reasonable to assume that cloud seeding could be done to end a drought. It makes no sense. Closing could expensive. Closing is very rare use. Closing can be accomplished by using regular ice. Can I use end a drought? I thought I said start a drought. Okay, I was like, none of these really make sense, to be honest. To write or to not write? To be or to not be? Fucking, who said that? Shakespeare? Who's the person? What's their name? Not Leonardo DiCaprio. He played the person. Romeo and Juliet. Did they say that? That is the question. To write or to not write? That is the question. If assigned a writing task and there's no opinion ever, someone is looking at the specific answers to find out if they would need a short answer or a detailed one. Can the requirement be met with a telephone call? I have a big button on my desk, and I said, well, I have a bigger red button. That's my Trump impression. Or short note, or something more necessary. A former CEO of a major corporation once commented that he had looked at 13,000 pieces of paper in a 5-day period. Think how much easier and economical it would be if people would use the telephone to send an email or write a short note. The main point of this passage is that writing records is more important because they provide detailed documentation until the library gets burnt again. More business people should invest in time and energy providing their writing skills. Writing may not be the best way of communication, but it's pointless for business people to spend their providing. Writing may not be the best way to communicate information. Okay, well that's dumb as fuck because it just said use an email or write a short note. Okay, next. The transfer of a small solid state device. How much storage do I have? Do I have enough to even be recording? No. So let's get rid of some games. Starbounds. I've yet to even play you, to be honest. I have a little bit of time, but that's not enough. Assassin's Creed. RIP. Yeah, these are games I'm trying to 100%. Idol Slayer. You're gonna stay. The Hunter Classic. Yo, this game has a crazy achievement. Let me look at that. Hold on. You have to play the game for 8,760 hours in game, and that is 365 days, and that's 1 year. That's crazy, and I'm gonna get that. So I'm just gonna install that right now. Though. I need space. 11 gigabytes. How much do I have now? more than enough. Yeah. Where was I? The transfer or small solid state device that can amplify sound was invented in 1947. At first, it was too expensive and too difficult to produce. It could be used in cheap mass market products. By 1954, though, these costs and production problems have been overcome, and the transfer radio was put on the market. According to this passage, there was no market transfers before 1955. No. Transfers are still expensive to produce. Transfers were invented in 1947 in order to... transfers could not produce cheaply, easily. Transfer and put on the market. Yeah. Like, that would be it. Scotland! Alright, let's see here. I returned from a city about 3 o'clock on May afternoon. Pretty well... Wait, the author is speaking of his travels in... Alright, let me skim this. I have been there 3 months in an old country. An old country. All these are pretty old, I don't know. I was fed up with it. If people had told me a year ago that I wouldn't be feeling like this, I should have laughed at them. But there was the fact the weather made it liver-ish. The talk of war in Englishmen made me sick. I can already guess what it is. They don't like the sound of British people talking. I couldn't get an experience. It was London seemed so flat. So okay, well, anybody, fucking, it's Great Britain, not Spain. I was thinking maybe Scotland because it's like right next to it, but no. I swear if it's Scotland, yeah, no, okay, yeah. The words London and Englishman, yeah, fucking easy, bro. Come on now. So we show the average child under the age of 18 watches 4 hours of television per day. That is not true. Nobody watches television anymore. They all have Reels and TikTok and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and MySpace and Reddit. Yeah, look up here. YouTube, Netflix, Instagram, Netflix. Well, nobody watches that anymore. I did. I had cable. Barely. Although some of the programming may be educational, most isn't. Spending this much time watching television interferes with the child's ability to pursue other interests such as reading. I can't tell you one time I've actually ever read a book. I read Romeo and Juliet, but that was in school. That doesn't count. I read this, can't say that word probably, but you know, World War II. It was the hunters of the people after the war. I read that, but I didn't even finish it. Jeez. I used to have people read to me. Or, like, I used to pick up audiobooks, but I never actually read a book. That's crazy. I used to read the Olympic books, not Olympic, world records or something. 2018, 14. Participating in sports. I never got to play a sport, unfortunately. I was going to do track high school year, but then apparently I couldn't. And playing with friends, nobody has friends. The author of this passage would agree that television viewing should be restricted. No, parents should let their children watch as much television or neglect. Wait, parents who let their children watch as much television are neglectful. Reading, participating in sports, playing with friends, and watching TV should all be given equal time. Yes, I'm not even going to read the other ones. Fuck you. This should be the answer. I don't care what the author wants. This should be the answer. Television viewing should be restricted. It shouldn't be restricted. It should just be all given equal time, because you're bringing up these other facts. Spending much more time watching television and pursue other interests. This is wrong. I don't care. It is C. Reading, participating in sports, and playing with friends or watching television should be equal time. What was this one? Adults over 18 can watch it. Okay. Well, duh. High school and college graduates attempt to find jobs. I was looking for a job, and then I found out that I'm gonna be like soon deployed, so I gave up on that. High school and college graduates attempting to find jobs should participate in mock job interviews. What is that? These mock job interviews help students. Oh, okay, I understand. It's like fake types of questions will be asked. I've done this before, making them comfortable with common interview formats and help them critique their performance before facing real interviewers. Because there's such a vulnerable age, schools should organize mock job interviews to all graduating students. They should. I think my school did. I think we had that, but instead of 12th grade, you would do it in like 9th grade. You do it in 9th grade. And then you forget it all whenever you get out, and then you're like panicking. Above the passage states that mock job interviews frightened students should be offered to the best students. Help prepare students for real job interviews should be organized by students. I think it should be these two. Obviously, it's this one, but I feel like if students also organize that, that'd be pretty cool. Alright, high school and college graduates attempting to find jobs. That's the exact same ones. The above we're supposed to assume that mock job interviews are expensive. No, few students are interested in mock jobs. Students still need mock job interviews. Increase students' confidence where he or she goes into job interview. Yes, that is the answer. Next, due process, the guarantee of fairness, and the administration of justice is part of the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. The 14th Amendment further requires state to abide by due process. I was taught the fucking amendments. Don't remember any of them. I know freedom of speech. That's like First Amendment. Freedom to bear arms. That's second. Obviously, freedom to be quiet or something is at the fifth. I invoke the fifth. Oh, okay. And so the amendment was Supreme Court struck down. According to the passage above, due process is an outdated concept. Guarantees fairness and justice system. Yes, I know. I bet it's that one. I'm going to read the other ones, because why? Due process is the exact same. It's about taxes. According to the passage, assuming that the Fifth Amendment guarantees due process to all criminals in civil cases, guarantees due process in federal law, should never, I believe it's this one, guarantees due process in federal law. I assume it was just everyone. Yeah, isn't federal, I think I'm mixing up the words federal and felony, to be honest. Another one that's crazy. Author about this passage would agree that without the passage of the 14th Amendment, many laws restricting civil rights would still exist in various states. Supreme Court overstepped in jurisdiction when it struck down laws interfering with citizens' civil rights. Supreme Court had every right to strike down state laws before the passing of the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment was proposed. I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna. Alright, let's see it. 9 correct, 6 incorrect, 15. I think I did. That's like what, a C? I don't know. Pretty good. And 15. I think. Alright. It's like 20 minutes. And we're back. I think what we're going to do next, and I think I'm going to be amazing at this one, we're going to skip, I mean, I might be good at this. Reasoning, would you all like to see my reasoning on why I'm going to be amazing at that? Let me just move you up there, move you up there, move you up there. Look at this, guys. Look at this. If we look here, I'm basically an electrician. I got 7 hours under my belt, 7 hours of work. Basically an electrician, man. Or basically an electrician. I'm not gonna lie. So I'd be good at that one. No, like actually, I've done actual electrician work. I've done automotive. I've done mechanical. Wait, auto and shop information, mechanical comprehension. What the hell are these, like the same thing? And then I was in a trade class for a few months. Wait. Okay, I guess I'm doing this one. I don't know. And ensure clutch already lost me by already lost me. I don't know. Hold on. In the oof. In can I it's a mechanism, I guess. Yeah. I don't know this word. That's what was throwing me off. Alright. Let's go. In a first class lever with a resistance arm measuring 2 feet and a effort arm measuring 8 feet are being used. What's the mechanical advantage? What? If a first class lever with a resistance arm measuring 2 feet and an effect arm measuring 8 feet are being used. What the hell is a first class lever with resistance arm? What the hell is this? Can I look this up, please? I don't know what that is. Alright, I hyped myself up. I don't care. Leave me alone. Hyped that up a little bit too much. What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright. I have an idea. Guys, it's 4. That was a lucky guess. Holy fuck. You can calculate the mechanical advantage of length of an effort arm, divide length, resistance arm, simply plug the numbers. MA equals 8 divided by 2 equals 4. That was such a lucky guess. I should gamble. Whoa. Alright, I'm starting to think mechanical is not about cars. But we're already in. So the bottom, this is like geometry. Is mechanical another word for geometry? The bottom of 4, I mean, there's other split things of geometry. I forget what it's like, sine, cosine, I don't know what that shit's called. I forget what it is. Like, such with the T. Trigonometry, there's that. All the trees, you know, love them. I don't. Except trees outside, I love trees. I want to see those, like, big red trees, that are, where are they? In California? I was born in California. My dog's name is Roscoe. I was born in California. I'm 5'10". I'm giving, like, everybody my information right now. I'm not 5'10". I don't have a dog either. The bottoms of 4 boxes are shown. The boxes will have the same volume if postal regulations state that the sides of a box must meet a minimum height. Which box is likely to be too short to go through the mail? Wait, hold on. We're talking about mail? Boxes 4 bus. Can I? Oh no. Okay, so that's 10 inches by 2, 7 by 5, 6 by 8. Have the same volume. Oh. So it's 3? I don't understand. I think it's 3. Yeah. 20 squared, 35, 4, 27. I'm sure there's some sort of mathematical thing to this, but I saw this was 12, I saw this was 12, I saw this was 12, and one glimpse of this, I knew it wasn't 12. And then I'm looking down here and I'm seeing all these, so maybe that was another lucky guess. 10, 2, 12. Oh, wait, I see. I'm supposed to, like, get the area, the inside. And that's okay. So that was another lucky guess. Looking at the figure below, which when anvil B is dropped on the seesaw, anvil A will. All right. Gravity. Something heavy is holding it down already. I believe it's already hitting the ground, so it's not B. Rise quickly? No, because they're exactly the same. Enter the stratosphere? It's not being launched. It's gonna remain stationary. I swear. Rise quickly. And will B lands on society. Rise quickly. No, okay, so here's what I thought. Oh wait, this one would have to be heavier. I thought this one was gonna fall and boom, but because they're the same, gravity pushes down. That one will rise, not quickly, but quickly. Ah, jeez, fractions. I hate fractions. Air pressure at sea level is about 15 psi. What amount of force? What's the amount of force exceed at the top of your head? Given the surface is 24 square inches. What the hell's happening? Air pressure at sea level is about 15 psi. What's the amount of force exerted on the top of your head given the surface area of 24 square inches? So, I'm a genius basically, so 24 square inches is like a box, I assume. Can I guess the fraction? 306 pounds. Pressure equals the force divided by area. P equals F divided by A. You can also state the formula F equals A times P. Substitute the known quantities. F equals 24 times 15 equals 360. I probably could have gotten that. I think what was throwing me off was the context. It makes no sense to me. The force produced when a boxer's hand hits heavy bag and bounces off is called recoil. Gravity. Bounce. Response time, I think it's a recoil. Recoil occurs when the object is forced back. Alright, let's see here. The figure below shows gear 1 has 25 teeth and gear 2 has 15 teeth. How many I know this word, but I can't ever say it. Revelation. Does gear 2 make every 10? Okay. Whoa, why are these so big? So one does gear 2 for every 10 release. Okay, so for gear 2, which is this little one, for every 10 that the big one makes, how many does the little one make? I'm gonna guess. Gonna give a lucky guess. Okay, 16th and 2/3. I mean, how I was gonna do it, it's kind of stupid because, you know, it's not gonna work. I was gonna take my fingers and imagine them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I just did it. It would have worked, I feel like, because I stopped like right here. But I was counting this one. I wasn't even counting this one, so I would have got that one wrong anyways. I need water. Give me a second. I don't have water, actually. Never mind, I do. I'm only fucking 8 questions in, 9 minutes. Crazy. Cubic foot of water weighs about Damn. Hold on. Alright. I'm gonna get a thing of, actually, hold on. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Alright. Now, how are we looking? We're looking pretty good. How do I go back? Yoop. Okay, so, we're looking at, you can be a little bit bigger. I don't know why you're, like, not. If in a cubic foot of water weighs 62 pounds. If an aquarium is 18 feet long. Okay, so 18 long, 10 feet deep. Me in a few years, 10 feet deep. And 12 feet. Okay, I believe this is how it's set up. So it's length. Okay, here. 18, 10, 12. This shit's way too big. Where's the eraser? Yoink. Thickness. Get this shit out of here. Thank you. So it's length times, technically it's not times width. Is it divided by height? Or depth? 18 times 2. I don't fucking know. Let's get something else up here. Alright, I guess we're using this calculator. Alright, so 18 times 12 equals 126. 126 divided by 10. 12.6. Is that an answer? Ooh. God damn it. What is happening? What do I do? Hold on. Wait, I thought I was really genius. I thought, oh, I'm smart. I know. I remember this from fucking 9th grade algebra. It's so wrong. I should cancel. I want to keep you, just in case. Cubic foot of water is about 26 pounds. Oh, wait, is this important or something? I don't know. I don't care. Fucking 4. Crazy. Let's see why. Pressure, force divided by area. You can determine the force weight of all the water multiplying the volume of the aquarium by the weight of the cubic foot. So volume equals length, width, and height. The tank is 18 feet long by 12 feet wide by 12 feet high. Total volume of... Okay, so I got that, I think. I don't remember. 18 times 12 times 10. Okay, so it's all times, not divided. Equals 2,160 square feet cubed. A cubic foot of water weighs approximately 62.5 pounds. To multiply the volume of the water by 62.5. So that would be 2,160 times 26.5, 135,000. Give that approximate force of about 100. That's crazy. That gives an approximate force of about 135,000 pounds at the bottom of the tank. The surface area of the bottom of the tank is length times width. Convert feet into inches and then find the area. 18 feet times 12 inches / feet. In quotations times 12 feet times 12 inches / feet in quotations equals 2 inches, 16 inches times 144 inches equals 31,104 inches. Dividing the force. 135 pounds number squares inches equals approximately 4 psi. Alright, in one ear, out the other. We're moving on. Springs used in machines are usually made of plastic, bronze, nylon fiber. It's nylon fiber, I bet. Steel, that was my second guess. Next, clutch is a type of gear differential. Clutch is connected, disconnect parts of their type of clothing. Okay. When clamp A completes one revolution, the lever will be touched. What? When clamp A completes one revolution, the lever will touch the contact point twice. Okay, so that's not a trick question. I'm just dumb. Okay, I already know why. I don't need to read that shit. Single block and fall is called a single block and fall. What the hell is a block and fall? Single block and fall is called a fixed pulley, gun, tackle, runner, sleeve. Block. That was a block and fall. Runner. A single block and fall. What the hell? I'm so tired of saying that already. What is a block and fall? I've never cared about what those were. I never knew that they had like a specific. I thought it was just a part of a crane. Okay, this again, the fucking anvil. Let's see here. In the figure below, the supporting lever is moved closer to an anvil. The anvil will be easier to lift. Or wait, what's happening? In the figure below, if the supporting the lever is moved closer to the anvil will be easier to lift and will move higher. Harder to lift, move higher. Easier to lift, not move as high. Leverage. It's gonna be easy but less high. Hey, it's another. What did I just do? What did I just? Oh, did I reset somehow? I accidentally clicked the mouse button. Where was I? Was I done? Oh, okay. Mechanical adventures, a block and tackle arrangement shown below. The mechanical advantage of the block and tackle. They changed the name. Arrangement shown below. Why is your numbers? What the fuck? Is this a question? 4. 4 is not. Okay, 4 has done me dirty. The last 2 times I random guessed 4, you know, I won, but not this time. Because block and tackle arrangement features 3 pulleys. 1, 2, 3. Is that what you were asking? Didn't fucking ask how many pulleys does this shit have. Oh my god. Oh great, another one of these. In the following figure, the cogs move up and tackle the same rate of speed. Cog A will reach the top of the same as cog B. Reach the top as cog. What is happening? Am I having a stroke? Got B. They all have B in the name. God damn it. A house key, a wood spoon, a plastic hanger, and a wool jacket are all the same temperature on a cool day. Which one feels the coldest? Are you fucking dumb? A house key, a wooden spoon, plastic hanger, a wool jacket are all the same temperature. Which one feels coldest? Obviously the fucking key, but if they're all the same, Why would one feel colder than the other one? I know it's a conductor, but fucking if they're all the same, then they're all the same. What? Goddamn. In the figure below, assume that... Damn. In the figure below, assume that valves are all closed. Okay, all valves are closed. To fill a tank, but prevent it from filling entirely, which valve should be opened? What? Oh, I see. Alright, so we want to fill it, but not fill it all the way up. Water supply is from the upper, which is here. I think it's this one. Because prevent it from filling entirely, technically it's not. So water goes in this one and this one, which is 1 and 2. Those are open. It will fill up. 3 is open, and then 5 is open. My original answer was going to be 1, 2, 4, 5, but there's not 1, 2, 4, 5, so it has to be D. Yeah. If gear A is turned to the left, yeah. Gear B, okay, so will be, yeah. Not even gonna read the other ones because I don't give a fuck. If I'm correct, I'm correct. If I'm not, I'm not. If gear 1 moves, okay, so that's gear 1. Clockwise direction, which gear will also turn clockwise? 5. 3. 5 and 3. The pressure gauge in the fuel below says, what am I looking at? Hold on. What am I looking at here? If the pressure gauge in the figure below shows a reading of okay, 21. Technically that wouldn't be, but whatever. I mean, technically it is, because I just fucking counted. Of course it's gonna be. I thought tape measures are like, I have one right in front of me. Hold on, let me open this bad boy. I thought it goes like 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2, 3/8, and then there's also the 1/16 to 1/16, 1/8, 2/16, 1/4, so on and so forth. I learned how to read that a while ago. A way to determine the amount of power being used is to turn off the power and turn it back on and see what's on. Divide amount of, I'm not reading, I'm not doing all this. B, it's never done me wrong. It did me wrong. I think it's done me wrong so many times. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. Again? Are y'all dumb? Hold on. A wood tool, a silver tool, and a steel tool are placed in boiling water for cleaning. Which tool will get hot the fastest? I think steel, actually. Steel or silver? Silver. Okay. I wouldn't know that, actually. 50 pounds? That's one strong ass kid. Actually, 50 pounds is not that much, but you know. How much effort boy lifting 50 pounds and blazing? he's using 50 pounds of effort to carry the 50 pounds. What? So, does this think I'm stupid or something? I got a text. And we're back. Yeah, this question makes no sense to me, honestly. Like, it's like I'm dumbfounded. Because it thinks I'm dumb. Okay, let's go here. 24. The following figure at one point was the ball traveling most slowly. Point C. Again, A, B, and C are all consistent, and then sure you think, oh, gravity, but from C to D is like a big thing. So trick question, but not really trick. In the following figure, which angle is braced most solid? B. A. Would it though? I mean, I guess. Like, I was thinking A or B, obviously not C. That can collapse or whatever. I thought B, because it's like the perfect middle ground for this and that to be equal. Where I thought this, you know, down here could cave or whatever. I don't even know where I got the caving in part from, but you know. 14 correct, 11 incorrect, 25. About 50, I think. I got the middle ground of that. Wow. That is... Hold on. I'm not going to do this now. But... Overheating engine. Okay, so this was the mechanical one. This was the mechanical one. God damn it. Man. I'll do that one next time. But... As of right now, this one has been a little too long, 52 minutes. I don't know. Yeet, gang, all day. I'm gonna fail the ASVAB, and if I do, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I'm gonna take YouTube professionally. No, I'm not. I'm lying to myself. I'm gonna like music. Should I make a song? I feel like I should. Become a raging alcoholic on the side of the road. So yeah.